me some sound over here.
You are a part of the Ace and TJ radio family.
Go.
This is launch control.
Let's synchronize, shall we?
Ready. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go!
Live from the Calitrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
We were just having a very in-depth, educated discussion about the wrestling.
Yep.
And why Rob now thinks that that Dwayne Johnson is a baby B. Quite interesting. Maybe we can talk about that in Extra Funny sometime.
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ show.
All right, so top 3 trending topics: Elmo, Taylor Swift, Iran. I mean, a real mixed bag this morning, but Taylor Swift still in the news. Obviously, Super Bowl is happening soon. Ticket price is higher than ever. The average price of the Super Bowl ticket, $9,800. Cheapest one you can get about $8,000.
There's a SeatGeek reported their average price is just over $12,000.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, to go see a football game.
Yeah, it's going to happen again next year.
And kind of speaking of the Super Bowl, everybody's following this story of those 3 guys that were found dead at their friend's house out in the yard. I don't really have any great details about it because they haven't released anything. All we know is that there was some sort of Kansas City Chiefs watch party at this guy's house, who was some sort of scientist, and 3 of his buddies were found dead in his yard in the freezing cold. One of them was handcuffed, I believe, and police are originally said that there's no
signs of foul play.
No signs of foul play. So I don't know. These 3 grown men end up dead in this guy's yard.
But is the homeowner is one of the guys that's dead, right?
I don't think so. I thought it was his house.
I thought he was one of the 3 guys that was dead out there. Because they went like 2 days and they couldn't, nobody knew about the guy, couldn't find him, and then they went to the house and there they were. So
frozen.
Yeah.
Frozen. So it is weird. And the internet is fascinated with it. Obviously the true crime people. But it is wild. This happened on January 7th and police aren't really talking. So I would imagine they've still got some questions they want answered. So kind of a wild story out there. Talking about Elmo. Elmo's in the news. He asked people how they were doing, and everybody said, not good, Elmo. But it kind of reminds me of when Steve from Blue's Clues came back and was like, hey, I haven't talked to you guys in a while. How you doing? And the internet just erupted. I mean, it was like, oh my God, I'm sobbing right now. Steve from Blue's Clues. But that was like a genuinely sweet thing. But this puppet is now asking how people are doing, and they're just falling apart.
Yeah, the whole Steve from Blue's Clues thing, people sobbing over that and thinking it was such a serious moment in their lives, and it was stupid. I mean, come on, grow up. Grow up.
They're trying to prey on your nostalgia.
Yeah.
That's okay every now and then. Just like you can feel, oh man, that's exciting. Steve came back. That's good. Makes you feel good about yourself a little bit. It's good. What's wrong with that?
Adults going on social media and declaring that they've been crying because Steve from Blue's Clues made an appearance.
That's a little much. I just mean, if you just feel good about it, what's wrong with that?
No, but I'm telling you, he just said they were sobbing.
Yeah.
People were crying. Boo-hooing. Grow up. Good Lord. It's called childhood for a reason because you get past it. Come on. We're going to need some of you people to lead us soon.
Never get past it.
You don't want me leading.
No, I don't.
I don't.
I love you, Rob, but...
You wouldn't want Rob leading anything?
No, I don't want Rob leading anything.
There's reason number 1 why.
He was one of them crying.
Did you cry when Steve did that?
No, but it was nice. It made you feel good.
Yeah. You are a Toys R Us kid, aren't you?
That's true.
And then there was Justin Timberlake was on Kelly Clarkson, and he said he's been in the studio with the guys from NSYNC and got everybody all excited. But the report out today is that he's just having the guys from NSYNC sing backup vocals on his upcoming solo album, and that he is pursuing his solo career just like he always has been.
But the Uber Eats guy has been in the studio with NSYNC, probably. I mean, if you want to get technical about it, they had food brought in.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what? I can't elaborate on it, but I've been in the studio with NSYNC working on something.
Doing what?
Working on a fish sandwich.
Well, I hate to, I don't want to pile on Rob, but I got some really bad news for Tech D Rob. I'm hesitant to even share this, but it could determine the future of his life.
Oh, this will be good.
Yeah, we'll do it coming up next.
Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. Eastern. Live on the Ace and TJ Family app or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ show stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group. Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
From the Calitrin Studios, Calitrin is the safe and effective way to lose weight. Find out more about Calitrin at acetj.com/weight loss. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So the other day, Ace was talking about going, Ace was talking about going out for a walk in the evening with his wife and the baby and the dog. Mm-hmm. And he was, I don't even remember the story. He was just mentioning that he had gone out for a walk. And you heard maybe in the background, Tech D Rob say under his breath, "Oh, that sounds awful." Yeah. Just the idea of going out for a walk, I think, right? Was that it?
Yeah, that's the gist.
Or was it specifically with Ace's family?
I'm hoping it was.
Could be.
Well, the researchers at the University of Utah hooked people up to an EEG, which is like an electro wave sensor in your brain or something like that. They found out that walking in nature will increase people's attention span significantly. And they said this is not surprising. Like, you look at some of the greatest American authors, and they've always talked about the balance of like humans and nature and what it does for a person to be out in nature. And I think that probably makes sense. When you're closed up in a room all day, probably not good for your mental health. Yeah. And probably for a lot of things.
Yeah, get out in some fresh air and
get the sun.
Yeah, just vitamin D and everything.
Yeah.
But what's nature?
Well, they're not specific. They said walking through the woods.
Yeah, I think about the woods and stuff when I'm talking about nature.
Yeah.
Like, there aren't any sidewalks and stuff in nature.
Well, a greenway, I guess. But I think probably it's a little bit of everything. Fresh air, sunlight. Mm-hmm. And if you can get into the woods, maybe even better.
Well, yeah, but even if you live like in the city, when I lived uptown, you just get out and walk a little bit. Just, it feels good just to have some warmth and sunlight. And,
yeah, and the adrenaline rush that you get from always, never knowing whether you're going to get killed around the next corner. that really gets the blood pumping.
Gets the blood going, gets the heart pumping. Love that. But I'm more fascinated with Rob just going, that sounds awful. Just like taking a walk around outside. But TJ, he said the idea of going to a Chipotle where he has to look up and order something and walk through a line as they like build his item sounds awful to him. It just sounds awful. Yeah. It's not his thing. So what just sounds awful to you? You might not have ever even experienced it. But gosh, does it sound awful? The other day I was talking about my mom suggested I get microfiber sheets. And I went, oh, that sounds awful. It's kind of snobby, I guess, but different strokes. What just sounds kind of awful? Hanging out with your girlfriend's roommate might sound awful to you. Going to a shopping mall might sound awful to you. You might not have even ever done this thing. What is it? At Ace and TJ's, blank sounds awful. You can be anonymous if you want to. At the Ace TJ Show, we'll get your answers next.
Get Ace and TJ anytime, anywhere, at your convenience with the Ace and TJ Show podcast. Available wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ is next.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities, and we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston. When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. You know, this one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her, you know, her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, I mean, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right. Cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Toccato Companies. Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple team. The Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to BradhamBrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today. New year, new you. Kickstart your journey to a healthier lifestyle by joining the Gaston County Family YMCA today. Family-friendly fun, expert trainers, and a welcoming community await. Make 2024 your healthiest year yet. Visit GastonYMCA.org for more info.
Share Funny is now a little bit extra. Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast, live every weekday on the Ace and TJ Family app or anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Go check out the Ace TJ Family app, acetj.com/app. Listen to the show, watch the show, be a part of the show with Ace and TJ experiences. Win awesome things with Ace TJ rewards. You can do it all on the Ace and TJ Family app, acetj.com/app. Rob is well known. He's not a fan of going outside. Ace was talking about going on a walk with his family, and Rob just went, "That sounds awful," which I love. He's so honest, and I admire that about him. He's not afraid to tell you, like, that's just not my thing. But what sounds awful to you? You might not have even ever done it. But, and TJ mentioned during the break, he goes, "I got so many of these, I don't even want to participate." That is true. You don't like, some of these things really do sound awful to you.
Yeah.
Somebody said that I know TJ is going to relate to. Shelby said, "You know what sounds awful? Going to a Renaissance festival."
Oh, yeah.
That's TJ. I actually don't mind a Renaissance festival. It's fine once a year. Holly said, "You know what sounds awful? Going to use the bathroom in a porta-john. Never done it." That's pretty amazing. Never.
Yeah.
Well, you've lived your entire life, never had to use a porta-john. Never been to a music festival, or maybe you just held it, or you went in the woods. It's pretty impressive.
I love porta-johns. They're so cozy.
Yeah.
They are. Make you feel warm and secure. I don't mind. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but I mean, you got to use the bathroom. Try not to waste too much time in there. Kristen said, "You know what sounds awful? Just dating. Getting all dressed up, sharing only the best things about you, getting to know someone, then catching feelings thinking it's going somewhere, only to find out it's been a complete waste of time and energy. No thanks. I'll just stay home." Oh, that attitude.
What's the alternative? Don't ever meet anybody?
That's
Stay
exactly.
at home.
I'll just stay at home. Never find anybody I love.
Sorry, my computer's messing up over here. Yeah. I like Juan. The sound of hitting a pickleball and people talking about hashtag pickleball is life.
Yeah, Juan hates pickleball. He'll find a way to bring it back to pickleball. He's got a vendetta against pickleball people. Speaking of, I saw a pickleball tournament happening. I think it was in Texas, and these people are as TJ's pointed out, rabid. This young girl won like a doubles pickleball tournament, and the guy walks up and he's got his goggles on and like a bandana. I mean, he looks like a turd. And he goes, nice integrity game. Like she had called a ball out and he didn't think it was out. And he's got his goggles on. Nice. Good showing your integrity on that one. It's like, I can't take you seriously playing pickleball with goggles on. And he's like, yeah, I mean, it's just like so ridiculous. These people are out of control.
Aren't they called picklers?
Yeah, I guess picklers.
Yeah, I saw something the other day like John McEnroe and Maria Sharapova versus Andre Agassi, and I missed the person's name, but they're
playing pickleball.
They're doing some type of see it this weekend on whatever.
I would watch that.
Like an ESPN is going to show these tennis greats playing mixed doubles pickleball.
I'm into that. That sounds fun.
I've never played pickleball. I would like to. It looks fun.
Yeah. I know all of these sound awful to everybody, really. But a lot of, what word keeps on popping up? Like Stephanie said, leaving my house sounds awful. I got to do it, but people can't drive, and peopling just sucks. Just peopling. Just being around others. Is that where we're at?
It's tiring.
Is it tiring?
No, it's really just old people. If you're known to be around old people, you're great.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Ace still hateful of old people.
There's something has happened to the generation of old people, and they're not cool anymore. I used to love hanging out with old people. They're just in the way now, and they act like you just need to get out of their way all the time. I don't know. It's just I find them very frustrating.
You got to respect your elders. Rob, who's worse to be around, old people or really young people?
Really young people.
Why?
Because they have this lingo that's not cool, but they think it is.
Yeah.
You know what? They say the same thing about you, Rob.
I'm sure they do.
I like evil Rob. That's my favorite Rob. Young people.
Miss part of the show? Just download it. Get the Ace and TJ podcast on any platform. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culvers. It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime. Thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/Neogenics. Neogenics. Great food, great drinks, great service, and great atmosphere. You can find them all at one place. Fahrenheit on South Caldwell in Uptown Charlotte, 21 stories above the city. Get details and make reservations at acetj.com/Fahrenheit.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
When you need furniture for your house, it can be overwhelming if you don't know what you're doing. That's why the great team of designers they have at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture can help you throughout the process. Whether you're looking for a comfortable mattress, probably the most comfortable you've ever been on, bedroom furniture, living room furniture, it is all fantastic at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, and that family-owned and operated business can help you like no other. Go to acetj.com/mattress to check them out. acetj.com/mattress for Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Ace TJ Prime Rib. Ace TJ Prime.
Hey, whoa, I like that Ace TJ Prime rib.
You know, it's delicious.
We're going to start selling some meat now.
Big old hunks of meat. So that's Ace and TJ right there. Big old hunks of meat. Ace TJ Prime is great. It's free. It's a way to get invited to upcoming live events. You can play Ace TJ Rewards. So many great things at acetj.com/prime. Here's a question. You guys are from Louisiana. If you were attacked by an alligator, do you know how to defend yourself? No. Is there a way to defend yourself?
Run in zigzag motion.
Yeah, it could run away from it, but once it's got you, I don't know. Unless you can, I don't know. I think the weak part of an alligator is between his eyes on top of his
I thought it was punching between his eyes or in the eye.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with a great white shark, right? They always say, like, punch him in the nose.
Yeah.
And I always think, like, that's so unlikely that you're going to be able to, like, underwater, you know how hard it is to move. And, like, can you really
It's like fighting in a dream.
Yeah, like, can you really deter a great white shark if that thing wants to eat you by punching it in the nose? But that's what they say. I don't know. That's what they say. I don't think I would survive any kind of animal attack, although I am fascinated. People's stories about surviving great white shark attacks, bear attacks. They're part of this group called the Bite Club on the internet, and they share these harrowing stories and what it's taught them about life and how they look at things differently. It's pretty inspiring. But if I get attacked by a great white, I'm dead. So I think we need to give a shout out to Carlos Ghana and Philip Stearns. For the first time ever, footage was captured of a newborn great white shark. That's what it looks like. It's completely white. It's in the process of shedding its embryonic layer. That's why it appears white. Never been captured before. This was done on a drone camera back in July of 2023. And they promptly shot it in the forehead and took it. No, I'm just kidding. They let it survive.
I was like, what?
How big was it?
I think 4 feet, 5 feet. I mean, it's big.
Wow.
Big. Huge. I would not do it. I have no interest in swimming with sharks and things like that. It's not really my thing. What was I going to point out? Oh, yeah. So that's like a video you want to show to somebody. Like if it's on your phone, like, hey, look at this. I caught the first ever great white shark on camera. What's the greatest video on your phone right now? Ace, I would imagine it's probably something with Peyton, right?
Yeah. Do we take out videos? I was going to ask, do we take out videos of family and everything?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's like the video you revisit all the time on your phone. Like, what is that video?
Yeah, that would be mine. I have a couple of videos of Peyton that I go back to all the time. TJ, do you have something that stands out? Not really.
No.
Rob, what's a great video on your phone?
I really don't know. I don't take very many videos, and I don't go back and revisit them either. So
really,
I always like get more storage on my phones because I figure I'm gonna have photos, but I never go back and check them.
And you delete all those memories.
Yeah. I don't know why I bother trying to look for one with more memory. I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah, mine's not family at all. I mean, I've got videos of my grandma. I'll delete those in a second. But I will. Mine is the time I met Riley for the first time when I was there with all the puppies. I look at that all the time. It's one of my favorite videos ever.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
But does it count like when you go back and watch something that went viral?
Yeah, sure.
It's not your video, but it's like that the parade with all of the knockoff cartoon character mascots.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. You better go, Minnie.
Better go on, Minnie. Go, Panda.
Go, Panda. Oh, look at Panda. Look at Panda.
That is a good one. Yeah. Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda was twerking out in the street.
It was more like Poo Poo Panda.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It can be Kung Fu Panda.
It was a mess. Yeah, that totally counts.
Okay.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.